In the previous video, we did standard deviation of a sample and a population using Excel. You can also use a graphing calculator for standard deviation for a population and a sample. So I'm going to go through that here. So this is a TI 83 plus. This is going to work on a TI 83, 83 plus, 84, and 84 plus. So also an 89, I believe. There's just some slightly different commands, but it's all very found in the same spot. So you're going to go to this button here where you see my mouse where it says Stat, and then you're going to go to Edit. So Stat, Enter. It's going to bring up these lists. Now, if you have something in this list, I want you to hit the up arrow and hit Clear. Don't hit Delete. You're going to have to hit Clear. If you hit Delete, it'll delete the entire list. And then Enter, okay, to get rid of that. Now, I'm going to use the same data we use in the Excel example, so I'm just going to type it in. So you hit the number and then Enter. So 5, enter, 8, 10, 10, 3, 6, 4, 9, 12, and 15. Okay, so I have all of my data. Now what I want to do is I want to go back to my home screen. So I'm going to go to Second Mode is Quit. That gives me everything I need to do to go back to my home screen anytime I'm in any screen on this calculator. So Second Mode to go back to my home screen. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to calculate this. So I'm going to go to Stat again, but I want to go over to Calc. So I'm going to hit this right arrow where it says Calc, and I want one variable statistics because right now this data is ungrouped. We haven't gotten to the grouped data yet. So we just want one variable statistic. So I'm going to hit Enter. Now, if you have the 84, it's going to pop up a screen. What do you want the one variable statistics for? Okay, then you would hit L1. Now in this one, we just have two options. We want one variable statistics of L1, so we can either grab them from second list, and then I want that first one, L1, and hit Enter. That will give me my values. Or I can go Stat, Calc, one variable statistics, and I also have L1 up here as the second value for 1, so I can go second 1 to pull up that L1. And this is going to give me a lot of information. So here this actually gives me the mean, 8.2. Gives me the sum of x, which was 82, sum of x squared, then the standard deviation of x, 3.765, which we found right here, the population standard deviation, 3.572. So as I noted in the first video when we were doing this by hand, you have an English letter for the sample standard deviation, and you have a Greek letter for the population standard deviation. So it's actually going to give you both in this calculator. You have to differentiate which one you need to use. If you scroll down, it's actually going to give you a lot of cool info here. So it has n, that's how many? 10. Minimum value is 3. Quartile 1 is 5, so that's the 25th percentile. Median, 50th percentile, 8.5. Quartile 3, that's the 75th percentile, is 10. Max, that's the highest value, 15. So you can also find the range here, max minus min, 15 minus 3. And this information here, the minimum, Q1, median, Q3, max, that's going to be the 5-number summary in your calculator if you do need that information. But from here, we're just pulling the standard deviation. So we want to determine sample or population. Then we pull the appropriate standard deviation.